So let's understand from here. What is Biot-Savart law? First I will explain Biot-Savart law. So it is like whenever you have a current carrying conductor, or you can simply say a wire in which current is flowing, suppose current is I, then from this wire, if you want to find out the intensity of magnetic field at any point, that you can show as symbol B, then you have a formula. That formula is given by Biot-Savart law. So what is the formula? Formula is the amount of magnetic field will be like mu naught by 4 pi, and after that you have to multiply this mu naught by 4 pi, then you have to multiply here I, and then you have to multiply here sine alpha plus sine beta and divide by r square. Now in this everything I will explain. What is that? Mu naught is permeability of free space, or you can say permeability of vacuum. This 4 pi is simple number. I is the current flowing in the conductor. After that you have sine alpha and sine beta. What is sine alpha and sine beta? Suppose the length of the wire is limited. It means finite length, not infinite. Suppose length of the wire is limited, and that is L. So when you join this point from the ends, then any one angle you can consider as alpha, and other angle you can consider as beta. Any one angle you can consider alpha, beta. It's not like only this one you have to consider alpha. You can also consider this as alpha, then this will be beta, because anyway we are going to add both the angles here, like sine alpha plus sine beta. So what is R here? R is the perpendicular distance from the wire to the point. So it is perpendicular distance, not only perpendicular. You can also say that this is the shortest distance. Actually perpendicular distance will be the shortest distance. Why? Because imagine if you are not interested in this distance. Suppose you are interested in this distance, this distance, this distance. Then you can see the distance is being longer, right? It means what? Only the perpendicular distance is going to be your shortest distance. So Biot-Savart law says, the main idea of Biot-Savart law looks like this. dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r divided by r cube. This is the main formula we find from Biot-Savart law, but this formula is in the form of integration. You can see dB here and you can see dl here. So when we reopen and we do some proving, we come to this formula. Okay, so this formula is especially designed for this kind of long wire. So this is your main Biot-Savart law. By using this formula, we integrate the formula and we reach to this formula. Now this is the working formula. By using this formula only, we can calculate our different wires. The different shapes, magnetic field at any point because of different shapes. So now some teachers write here cos and cos, like cos alpha, cos beta. In that case, they consider this angle as alpha and this angle as beta. Okay, so if you are considering, I will come back. Now see again, if you have a wire and if you have a point here, then you have two choice. This perpendicular distance is going to be same. So then you have two choice. Either you consider this angle as alpha and this angle as beta. If you are considering this angle near to the point, then in the formula sine alpha plus sine beta will come. But if someone else is considering this alpha and this beta, in that case cos alpha plus cos beta will come in the formula. And suppose if someone is being confused, then always consider this as your permanent angle, and if this angle is given, then subtract from 90 and get this angle and substitute in the formula. Anyway, so the main formula for the long wires, the formula is only for the long wires, current carrying straight wires. You can see you have this formula, mu naught by 4 pi. This is going to be the constant. After that, whatever current is flowing in the wire, and then you have to write here sine alpha plus sine beta and then divide by r square. This is your total formula. You can clearly see in this formula length is not coming into picture. because length part we are considering by the alpha and beta. Of course, if you will increase or decrease the length, your alpha and beta value is going to be changed. So length is already taken in the form of trigonometry ratio. Okay, so now you see the next part. Based on this, you have so many standard cases. So this is our first one. In the first one, we are talking about the wires, I mean straight wires. Then we will take one more case. There we will talk about the curved wires and like solenoid or half circle, semicircle, those things. Okay, so first we will complete all the cases based on the straight wire. It is very easy. See, suppose you have a wire like this, and you have taken point here, just here. So your perpendicular distance consider as r. But you see, in this question you are getting only one angle, because you don't have length here. So this angle you don't have. Suppose alpha is there but beta is not there, beta is 0. Why? Because you don't have this length here. So if you decrease the length, decrease the length, decrease the length, only come here, so this angle will decrease, 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 and it will be 0. So it means you got one standard format. If you have one wire of certain length and point is kept at one end, then because of only remaining end you will be having alpha angle, beta will be 0. So in the formula, when you will substitute sin beta is equal to 0, this part will be vanish. So the remaining part will be mu naught by 4 pi I by r square, and sin alpha will be remaining because beta became 0, so plus 0. So this will be your formula. Which formula? This is the formula to find out B. Always remember, B is the intensity of magnetic field, so its unit is going to be Tesla. Now Tesla is very big unit, very big unit. So that's why we don't consider Tesla in the most of the questions. Tesla is SI unit, but even because Tesla is very big, so mostly we use Gauss, Gauss, Gauss as our unit. So but Gauss is not SI unit. Okay, one important thing here, the value of mu naught by 4 pi. What is mu naught here? Mu naught is the permeability of free space. Free space means vacuum. Any material, air or something should not be there. But mostly if air is given, you can consider mu naught for air and mu naught for vacuum same. But if they are mentioning mu naught value for air, then that value you have to take. Especially remember, mu naught by 4 pi, this total value gives you 10 to power minus 7. Okay, I am talking about the magnitude. So sometimes if you are interested in mu naught value, so just multiply 4 pi this side. So it is going to be 4 pi into 10 to power minus 7. So this total becomes the value of mu naught, and this total becomes the value of the ratio. So in all the questions, the total value you always substitute 10 to power minus 7. Current value they will give you in the question. R value they will give you this distance, r distance. Okay, sin alpha we can calculate by the given situation, and sin beta is there or not, it depends. If the point is kept at one end, then of course beta is going to be 0. Now next case. In next case, when you have a wire, then in the wire, when current goes, then at this point if you are interested, then you will apply the direct formula, because here you have alpha present and here you have beta present, and of course this distance will be r and current will be I. So this much is sufficient to find out a magnetic field at this point. One more thing I should teach in the beginning itself. When the current goes like this, then magnetic field goes like this. It means in the right side you have magnetic field going inside the screen, and in the left side magnetic field is coming out of the screen. So when magnetic field is going into the screen or into the page, you consider cross sign. When the magnetic field is coming out, you consider dot sign. Okay, so now you can see in this diagram, this side you have cross sign and this side you have dot sign. Not only at this point, anywhere in the right side you will be having cross sign, and anywhere in the left side you will be having dot sign. Okay, now consider if we increase the length infinite. Suppose one side length we are increasing infinite. So what does it mean? Infinite means let's increase the length like this. One side you send to the infinite. So you can see when you will increase the length, then your alpha will increase. You can see your alpha will increase. Increase the length, alpha will increase. So maximum how much alpha can increase? Maximum it can go only 90 degree. Okay, if one end is reaching to the infinite, maximum alpha can be 90 degree. So this is another standard case. So in this case they can give this kind of question, like you have a rod here, and in the rod at this end you have your point here, okay, and suppose this rod is one side at infinite distance. So the portion where the rod is at infinite, you will be getting your alpha is equal to 90 degree, and because this side you don't have wire itself, so beta will be 0. So you can consider beta will be 0. So you got another standard case. So when alpha is equal to 90 degree, then you will put sine 90 is equal to 1 and beta is equal to 0. So sine 0 is equal to 0. So in the formula it will take mu by 4 pi I by r square. What is r? This gap is called r. Okay, I by r square and into 1. Why 1? Because sine 90 was 1, sine 0 was 0. So this will be your new formula to find out B. Direction of B you can find out by putting your thumb. Yes, yes, am I not audible? Am I not audible? I'm able to listen. Am I audible? Join again.